If you wish to forget anything on the spot, make a note that this thing is to be remembered. Never to suffer would never to have been blessed. And so being young and dipped in folly I fell in love with melancholy. Words have no power to impress the mind without the exquisite horror of their reality. I wish I could write as mysterious as a cat. It is by no means an irrational fancy that, in a future existence, we shall look upon what we think our present existence, as a dream. Beauty of whatever kind, in its supreme development, invariably excites the sensitive soul to tears. Believe nothing you hear, and only one half that you see. I was never really insane except upon occasions when my heart was touched. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. There is no exquisite beauty, without some strangeness in the proportion. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. I became insane, with long intervals of horrible sanity. Science has not yet taught us if madness is or is not the sublimity of the intelligence. Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. With me poetry has not been a purpose, but a passion. Even in the grave, all is not lost. There are chords in the hearts of the most reckless which cannot be touched without emotion. I intend to put up with nothing that I can put down. Mysteries force a man to think, and so injure his health. Art is to look at, not to criticize. To elevate the soul, poetry is necessary. I dread the events of the future, not in themselves but in their results. There are some secrets which do not permit themselves to be told. I remained too much inside my head and ended up losing my mind. Experience has shown, and a true philosophy will always show, that a vast, perhaps the larger, portion of truth arises from the seemingly irrelevant. And all I loved alone. We loved with a love that was more than love. Deep in earth my love is lying / and I must weep alone. That man is not truly brave who is afraid either to seem or to be, when it suits him, a coward. Man's real life is happy, chiefly because he is ever expecting that it soon will be so. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled, whether madness is or is not the loftiest intelligence. Stupidity is a talent for misconception. Believe only half of what you see and nothing that you hear. Sleep, those little slices of death, how I loathe them. It is the nature of truth in general, as of some ores in particular, to be richest when most superficial. Years of love have been forgot, in the hatred of a minute. A short story must have a single mood and every sentence must build towards it. All religion, my friend, is simply evolved out of fraud, fear, greed, imagination, and poetry. Let my heart be still a moment and this mystery explore. The idea of God, infinity, or spirit stands for the possible attempt at an impossible conception. I felt that I breathed an atmosphere of sorrow. There is an eloquence in true enthusiasm. Invisible things are the only realities. Where the good and the bad and the worst and the best have gone to their eternal rest. The depth lies in the valleys where we seek her, and not upon the mountaintops where she is found. To observe attentively is to remember distinctly. It is far more easy to get up than to come down. He who pleases is of more importance to his fellow man than he who instructs. I would define, in brief, the poetry of words as the rhythmical creation of beauty. And have I not told you that what you mistake for madness is but over acuteness of the sense? Because it was my crime to have no one on earth who cared for me, or loved me. If we cannot comprehend God in his visible works, how then in his inconceivable thoughts, that call the works into being? The best things in life make you sweaty. There is no beauty without some strangeness. Actually, I do have doubts, all the time. Any thinking person does. There are so many sides to every question. My heart beat calmly as that of one who slumbers in innocence. Art was, for Poe, the only method by which one could penetrate the shapeless empirical world in the search for order. Happiness is not to be found in knowledge, but in the acquisition of knowledge. I smiled, for what had I to fear? Oh, what a tangled web we weave when first we practice to deceive. A million candles have burned themselves out.